I know I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this thing, so we're going to call it the King, the Wyvern King. Overall build, it's not bad. The shell is really nice for a $30 IEM. Beautiful faceplate. You kind of have to really look at it in the light to see it, but it is beautiful. Um, really nice shell design. Fits really nice for me. Nozzle is 6 millimeters at its widest point. Definitely a nice shell. The ear hooks, they're okay. This cable is kind of that same generic cable that goes with a lot of budget IEMs. Perfectly fine. It's functional, but it's not the best cable. It's just definitely not the worst, you know? Came with one set of tips, and that's it. That's the accessories. No pouch, no case. But $30, you know? Get what you pay for. How does this sound? So first off, thank you Hi-Fi Go for sending this for review. Yeah, this sounds pretty okay. Not bad for $30, you know? Now, you might be wondering to yourself, well, Hobby Talk, did you not just do a review of this IEM? I kind of did, but they are different. They are different. When you A-B them at the same decibel level, you can hear a distinct difference. On a graph, you're like, oh my gosh, they just copy and pasted their homework. But they do sound different, so we'll talk about that in a sec. The bass on this is pretty good. Very similar to the bass on the Abyss. I like the bass on this. It's a good amount. Kind of helps balance out the upper mids. Now, the upper mids on this, when you get into the lower mids, it's a nice glide into the lower mids. No problem there. But get into the upper mids, it's a little more forward than the Abyss. And that's kind of where the big difference is for me. The King it's just a pinch more forward. And some people are going to like that. Some people are not. Me personally, I prefer the Abyss. I find the Abyss a little more of a comfortable listen. I would still say the Abyss is my choice for budget IEM right now. I really enjoy it, actually. It has a different cable too. I find that strange. Anyways, when you compare the two, the King comes forward in the mids, and it is noticeable. You're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I was finding this just a pinch more on the shouty side, a little more forward, and it kind of has this, I don't know, hard to explain, like this slappiness to it. Gosh, stupid random word that no one's going to understand. But essentially, like, it sounds snappy or like kind of, I don't know, hard to explain. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like when you clap your hands really loud, it kind of gives me that vibe. So that's really the difference between these two IEMs. For me personally, that's where the big sound difference was. Bass is pretty similar. Treble, pretty similar. It's just that upper mid, and it is a noticeable difference when you're listening to the two. So overall, this is pretty good. And if you like the color better and you do like your upper mids, this is probably the choice. Me personally, I do prefer the Abyss in almost every way. Sound-wise, look-wise, cable-wise, I just prefer the Abyss. So both are a fine choice. For a budget IEM, you know, $30. This is a beautiful IEM. The cable, but it is a beautiful IEM. If you prefer that little bit more upper mid, and you prefer the colors that this comes in, sure, go for it over the Abyss. Sure, absolutely. Me personally, I am going to recommend the Abyss over the King because I just feel like the Abyss is a better all-around listen for me personally and for my ear canal. Everybody's ears are different, you know, so this is going to be better for a lot of people. Me personally, I just like the Abyss. The Abyss is still my budget pick. Really like that. And Hi-Fi Go sent me both these IEMs, so either way, I still choose the Abyss. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. Essentially, like the timbre, like I said, it just has this kind of snappiness to it. And that's really the thing that kind of puts me off of this IEM over just listening to the Abyss. I really just compared these two because I was, you know, you get an IEM and you're like, I'm having a deja vu here. It's very similar, but they are different. And yeah, the timbre on this is a little more like snappy. that might be your thing. So if that is your thing, this might be a great budget choice for you. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.